Can he?
Hell no, he can't take no punch in the ass. He was going to season immediately.
Say so. Hey, when Austin and Hunter, when they approached your son, one of them told him to raise his head up and look at me when I talk to you.
No, that's what they told him in the court. When they was in the court, they told him, look at me in my eyes when I'm talking to you.
Who told him that?
Hunter told him that. Hunter told him that yesterday for sentences, for the impact statement. Look at my eyes when I'm talking to you. And we had to hold back because you got to think about it. Think about son-in-law. Absolutely not.
So Hunter said, look at me. He got on the stand during the victim testimony statement and said, look at me when I talk to you.
Yeah, and it was acting like they wanted to do or something. The plaintiffs, the bailiffs and nobody like what really saying that. Then this guy in there, Officer Riley, stepped in. The black guy was like, no, we're not about to do that. So it was like, I'm like, so if I would have reacted, I was going to lose no matter how. You know what I'm saying? We would lose no matter how it would have went out.
So then he went on to tell him that this is our town, this is our county.
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf said this is our time. Even the DA was saying it. The lady Teresa, what's her name? Thelma, she went on a raid because he was saying, yeah, this is our time. This don't happen in Frisco. We don't let this happen in Frisco.
They molest their children. And they molest their children and rape their daughters in Frisco.
Yeah, they told us we don't belong here. Exactly what they told us. We don't belong here.
I'm going out there to make a baby. Yeah, I'm going to go make a baby out there. So first and foremost, you just left the jail. Seeing Karmelo as well as dropping off his medication.
We couldn't see him. We had to get the medication because you got to take a season. If you don't take a season medicine, he go with all the stress. He go seize out, and it'll be bad.
So you mean to tell me? So throughout this whole trial and this whole ordeal, nobody brought up the fact that, other than the parents, that this kid has epilepsy?
Yep, nobody brought it up.
So even in the sentencing phase of the trial, there's something that's called mitigating factors. So these mitigating factors were never brought up, Mr. Anthony. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Yes, sir.
Say no more. So I'm putting up $75,000 for the appeal. We got a criminal defense mitigation specialist, Shannon Ross, who's going to come in and get on the case, and by that way she'll be able to interview all the children. So they never used the mitigating factors that Hunter and Austin are trained jiu-jitsu MMA fighters.
Yep, never used that.
They never used the fact that these two boys, the reason why your son didn't stand up is because, one, he was afraid of them based off their menacing reputation. And they had a menacing reputation, and they was pretty big guys. They were some pretty big brute white boys. So let me just say this.
Yes,
so had he taken a blow that day, he may have been dead.
He would have died on the bleachers.
So they put a gag order in place to stop you from talking, and then they tainted the jury by releasing the video to the school and only made it for people in the county to see it. That's how they tainted the jury.
Pretty much.
They weren't supposed to release that video to the school to taint the jury and not make it open to the public. So then you had two white lawyers who provided you ineffective legal counsel by not objecting to anything. So your lawyers knew off the bat that the judge, the prosecutor, and the Metcalf dad are all golfing buddies and best friends and drinking buddies. Your lawyers never knew that. Why wouldn't they file a motion to have a change of venue? That's to keep it in the county. Because if you keep it in the county, it keeps you guys isolated by yourselves in that county. So you guys never had access to the $700,000. The lawyers got the $700,000, and you guys got nothing. So you couldn't fire the lawyers when we brought in Mitch Nolte, because And halfway through, about 6-7 months ago, we tried to bring in Mitch Nolte and criminal defense mitigation specialist Shannon Ross. And your attorney advised you not to have a mitigation specialist, which could have brought up the Metcalf brothers' violent history. But because you didn't have a mitigating specialist to bring in the mitigating factors, no mitigating factors or circumstances were projected into this trial. I guarantee you we win hands down on appeal, so I'm putting the $75,000 up. I'm arranging interview money for you and your family to have at least $30,000 by Saturday so you can live, because they just shut down the account once the attorneys got the money, right? Mm-hmm. So you logged onto the account this morning, and now you no longer see anything because the attorneys have been paid, and you are now left on your own.
Yes, sir.
How did you get the medicine to get? How did you get the money to get Karmelo's seizure medicine?
My wife found the RX coupon.
I guarantee I have $30,000 in your pocket by Saturday. I got $10,000 scheduled for you Friday. I'll be in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas Friday. I have $10,000 for you and your family Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You didn't get justice, but you and your family got peace. Y'all got peace for a year. And that lady, Sarah Fields, say, homie, white, this ain't about race, so I ain't gonna say race. This is about bullying. This is about bullying. And nobody's more of a bully than a white boy, a white man with his ideology, a homosexual, and a stud, and a white woman who can't see her evil. Nobody is a more bully than those people. Wow, that's what they do. That's what they're known to do throughout history. White people have never been kind to other people. They was mean to each other before they got over here. But all white people ain't bad. Why? I ain't never met a bunch of bad white people. So when I saw all white jewelry, I called you and told you, have no fear. White people ain't that bad. I had faith in that all white jewelry, didn't I?
X.
Didn't I? Man, listen, I feel horrible because I tried to strengthen your faith with my faith in white people, homie. I told you, man, that white jewelry go do right by us. I told you that, homie, and I believed it. I feel foolish. I feel stupid for even calling you, trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. Only to look like a fool in such a case. It's hard to defend. It's hard to defend what we see, homie. When they defend the Chinese man, George Floyd laid on the ground, homie, and didn't flinch. And white people had no compassion for him. So why would I expect them to have compassion for a kid who has epilepsy, like an autistic kid? This kid has saved more children's lives as a kid unintentionally than he ever thrown a punch or had a fight. I paid for a training to teach the kid how to throw a punch last year. The kid don't even know how to throw a punch, man. I paid a trainer to go teach him how to fight. And you know what the trainer said? Homie, fighting ain't in him. He a good kid. Even the trainer said it ain't in him, homie. So he didn't go back to train him no more. Teach him to be good. He a good kid. Damn, nigga. Man, I can't believe those white... Homie, man, listen. We're gonna make it right. And one thing I know about the white man, the only way to beat him is you can beat him with his law. I did. I served time for killing the white man, nigga. Bragged about it. I committed some of the most... Nigga, I ain't got nothing on my record. No felony conviction, no what. And I got a murder for a white man, nigga. So if white people can do that for me, they'll do it for your son too. I served time for killing a white man, nigga. Front page paper. My brother killed the nigga. My homeboy killed the nigga. I'm the only black man I know that ever served time for killing a white man, nigga. Stood over and watched him die. That's a badge of honor to me. And white people can't take that from me. So during these times when I close my eyes, my heart smiled. Because I done something I know they wish I was dead for, nigga. They can't take that from you. And guess what? Your boy got the same thing. When he lay in the bed and smile and feel weak, he can feel strong. That nigga, his nature kicked in when he was afraid and scared. When he was afraid and scared of them two big bully white boys, his nature kicked in. And nature's first rule is to self-preserve. So he was too afraid to stand up and face the bullies. So he sat there subservient. Sitting down is a sign of submission. So he was already submitting to the white boys. When they tried to come put their hands on him, his fear and nature kicked in. He didn't have a knife. Hey, listen, your lawyers were supposed to object to every time they mentioned a knife for it to be on record. It wasn't a knife. It was a multifactional tool.
Multi-tool.
That the state of Texas, that listen, because if it was a knife, he would have 15 or 20 more years for bringing a weapon to school. That's the smoking gun. If it was a knife, it wouldn't be 30 years. It'd be 60. Because the knife enhances it for bringing a weapon around children to a school. The